Chloe leans against the attic doorframe. Fairy lights tangled in her hair like secrets she never meant to keep. Some strands glowing gold, others flickering like they're deciding whether to stay lit, casting fractured constellations across the sage-green walls that seem to lean in and listen. The mailbox outside is still open, a few envelopes fluttering in the breeze like white flags of surrender, one corner bent from the wind. Her voice is low, velvet, still humming with the rustle of paper, the scent of ink and rain, the faint trace of soil on his fingers, and the weight of a name spoken aloud after too long, a name that feels like the first stroke of paint on a blank canvas. You guys will never believe what happened. I'm Chloe. No last name. Just the girl who paints Cresthaven's secrets onto canvas. And this story? It's happening right now, 3:12 p.m. on a quiet Saturday after my 18th birthday, and I'm telling it while the mail is still warm in my hands. The porch is still sun-dappled with shifting shadows from the maple tree. The echo of his voice hasn't left the hallway, and the faint scent of coffee grounds from the kitchen lingers like an unfinished sentence. I thought it was a mistake. That was the plan. Wrong mailbox, misdelivered. Letters, nothing more. I'd noticed the envelopes in my slot that morning. 3 of them, crisp white, addressed in a handwriting I didn't recognize, postmarked from a town 3 states away. The ink slightly smudged like it had traveled through rain. I'd meant to drop them off later. Quietly, no interaction, no lingering, just slide them into his box, walk away, pretend the brush of paper against metal didn't make my pulse jump. Then, knock. Soft, polite, intentional. 3 measured taps, like he'd rehearsed them. "Hey guys," I murmured to the camera, voice thick with afternoon light. "Spicy portion incoming, hit subscribe." I opened the door, slow, deliberate. Everett stood there, salt and pepper hair, green eyes that see everything, flannel sleeves rolled high, forearms dusted with soil and faint streaks of green from the greenhouse. 3 envelopes in one hand, the other braced on the frame like he belonged there, like the porch had been waiting for him. A single leaf clung to his boot, stubborn and out of place. "Wrong box," he said. Half smile. Dangerous. Knowing, I took the letters. Slow. Our fingers brushed, lingered, electric. The paper was warm from his grip. The edges slightly curled, the tension coiled, quiet. Electric, every rustle of paper, every shift of sunlight on the porch, catching the dust motes between us, every breath between us. Measured and heavy, it was torture. Beautiful. Exquisite torture. He didn't move. I didn't move. The space between us was 3 feet of air, but it felt like 3 inches of skin. Like the envelopes were the only barrier left. He tilted his head. "Just enough. Anything interesting?" "Depends," I said, throat dry. "On what? On who's asking? On whether they're staying." He smiled, slow, quiet. "Good." His fingers grazed the edge of an envelope, barely there, but intentional. Warm, calloused, tracing the seam like he was reading Braille. "Mail's bold," he said. "Dangerous," I corrected. His thumb traced the corner of the paper, slow, deliberate, counting heartbeats. I like danger. Silence. The kind that breathes, the kind that holds, the kind that waits. I tilted my head. Just enough. "Coffee?" He didn't move. "Only if you let me stay. Deal." We moved inside, quiet chaos. He shut the door. The click was soft. The afternoon wrapped around us like a canvas still wet with paint. The heat was ours. The world outside disappeared. We lingered hours, coffee cooling between our palms, sunlight sliding across the table like spilled cadmium, the fairy lights flickering in rhythm with our breathing, casting shadows that danced like memories we'd both tried to outrun. The conversation started small, a spark in the dark, but every word tightened the coil, pulled us closer, unraveled us layer by layer. Round 1 him. I still set 2 mailboxes out every morning. 1 for me, 1 for her, even though she's been gone 6 years. The second one's always empty, until I imagine your letters in it, me. I still keep your letters in a drawer, the ones you left by mistake. I read them when I can't sleep. I trace the ink like it's your fingerprint. He laughed, low, soft. I felt it in my ribs. He leaned closer. elbow on the table, fingers inches from mine, the soil on his wrist catching the light. Round to him. I keep her gardening gloves in the shed. I put them on when I miss her. They still smell like soil and rosemary. I wore them today. Me. I started painting the mailbox because it reminded me of your hands on the envelopes. I have 15 sketches, all titled Delivered. I added a new one this morning. His thumb stilled on the cup. His knee brushed mine. Lingered, pressed, stayed. Round 3 him. I still have her wedding ring. In a tin under the floorboard. I took it out last week. Put it back. Didn't need it. Needed this. Me. I keep a canvas under my bed, raw red, no title. I paint on it when I remember. It's you. It's always been you. I added a new stroke every time I checked the mail. He exhaled like I'd lifted a weight. His hand slid to my thigh. Slow, reverent, claiming, the soil leaving a faint mark on my skin. Round 4 him. I think about the first letter I misdelivered. The way you looked at me when you handed it back. Like you saw something I hadn't said, me. I think about it every time I check the mail. The way you said sorry like it wasn't. The way your fingers brushed mine like it was. His eyes softened. The hoodie slipped off my shoulder. He didn't look away. Traced the line with his gaze, then his fingertip, leaving a faint trail of warmth. Round 5 him. I almost came back the day you turned 17. You were painting on the porch. I stopped myself. Told myself you were still too young. I was wrong. Me. I knew. I waited. I painted your name in the corner of every canvas. I painted it like a secret. He closed his eyes. When he opened them, they were storm deep. His hand tightened on my thigh, possessive, grounding, home. Round 6 him. I keep a photo of you in my wallet from the block party. You're laughing at something I said? I look at it when I'm lonely. It's creased down the middle from my thumb. Me. I have a voice memo of you saying my name when you handed me the first letter. I play it when I miss you. I know every pause, every breath, every inflection. The air crackled. He leaned in, stopped. 1 inch away, breath mingling, heart sinking. The scent of coffee and soil between us. Round 7 him. I came here today because I couldn't stop thinking about it. About you. About what I should have said the first time I misdelivered. Me. I stopped trying to forget. Today, I said your name out loud when I saw the envelopes. He nodded. Once. His hand slid to my waist. Anchored. Final, like the last stroke on a canvas. Round 8 him. I'm terrified you've moved on. That I waited too long to correct the address. Me. I'm terrified you only came back because you feel guilty. That this is just postage due? We stared. The conversation had teeth. The space between us was gone. Bodies pressed, hearts racing, the envelopes forgotten on the table. Round 9 him. I love you. Have for 2 years. Didn't know how to say it until the mail gave me courage. Until I saw your name on the envelope and knew it belonged in my hand, me. I love you. Wrote it in every sketch. Painted it in every red stroke. Waited for you to deliver it. Waited for you to stay. Silence. Then, kiss. Slow. Deep. Quiet. Like a letter finally opened. Like a canvas finally signed. The coffee went cold. The envelope stayed on the table. Unopened. Unnecessary. The porch light stayed off. We didn't care. The afternoon was deep. We stood in the doorway. Lingering. Breathless. Hands still tangled. Lips still warm, foreheads pressed together. The faint scent of soil and coffee and paint between us. He brushed a paint streak from my cheek. Slow. Reverend, you got delivered, Chloe. I leaned in just enough. Good, let it stay. Chloe winks at the camera. Fairy lights blazing, the mailbox still open. The envelopes fluttering like they're waving goodbye. The afternoon stretching on like a letter finally answered and returned. And that's how misdelivered mail became everything. Cresthaven's got a way of making afternoons spark, doesn't it? Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Chloe's Dangerous Desires just got delivered.